My friends, you want to talk about something that has completely become something nobody talks about? Nobody talks about saving money. Like, it's just not a conversation. Like, there's a very easy way to do this. If you make $49,000 a year, live as if you're making 27. Everybody lives over what they make. No wonder you can't save money. Your apartment's too nice. Of course you can't save money. Your car is too fancy. Of course you can't save. You're buying clothes you can't afford. There are motherfuckers that complain to me. And this is where listen, if you're DMing me or emailing me, know that I don't fucking fool around. When you DM me and say, I can't, the first thing I do is go to your account. Don't let me hear that you're broke as fuck. And the first fucking story I click on, you're drinking a $7 fucking coffee. If you're broke, you're not allowed to take Uber. Take the bus. We need to start saving money to get Are you in a shit spot? Are you in debt? You don't like it? There's going to be no fast track to $1 million that's going to fix that. It's going to be taking a step back and drinking a whole lot of humility, not a fucking French latte. I don't get it. People are always like, Gary, your story about you building your dad's business, that's not true. Like, you fucking, like, that can't be true. You had money to invest in Twitter and all that shit. I know your story. I'm like, okay, right. Because when I made $53,000 a year, I had a $2,000 a month apartment. Then I moved down to a $1,400 one because I wanted to save more money. And I bought nothing for a decade. I went out 0 times. I bought no clothes. I wore liquor t-shirts to fucking work. I fucking spent no money. Not super complicated. Immigrants have this shit figured out. Immigrants come here, they work, and they fucking save money. I went on 1.5 fucking vacations my entire childhood. We stayed in the fucking Holiday Inn, and my mom ate like 1 sandwich in the week. Immigrant shit. Immigrant shit. Everybody cries about immigrants. They don't spend money on dumb shit, motherfucker. Try it. Try it. Save money and then do your thing. It's about patience. Where everybody gets caught up, now they're sitting, somebody's sitting here, Sally's sitting here, she's 39, she's like, okay, this makes fucking sense. And then she's like, but fuck. And she's like, it's gonna take too long. And I'm like, Sally, you're 39. Do you wanna be miserable as shit for the next 60 years? Or do you wanna have some grinding years for the next 7 and be 46 and young as shit and start the process of actually being happy? People's complete inability to take 1 step backwards, to take 2 steps forward, is destroying people. Do you know how many people here own their home? Do you know how many of those people should sell it? I'm being serious. Do you know how many people have no liquid cash? Their home is their drain, and what they should do is sell the home and either buy a smaller one or rent to give themselves liquid to be able to go on the offense. But their home, which, oh, by the way, has 4 too many rooms. No, like, do you know how few people have a home that actually fits their actual reality? People have homes with 4 extra rooms or live in a town that makes it look better for them. Man, there's so many fucking fucked up moves out here, my friends. We also need a huge conversation around patience. You guys know I push this shit if you follow me, but it's because I lived it. You know what it's like to go into a business at 22 and know you're signing up for 15 years to build a business for your parents and you're going to leave with nothing? That's what I did. You know, when kids are like, Gary, you don't get it. I'm like, I fucking get it. I fucking worked 15 hours a day, 7 days a week, had no social life for 15 years of my life to build a business for my parents and bounced with nothing and had to start Vaynermedia at somebody else's conference room because I had no fucking money. I get it very simply. I get it a whole fucking lot. I get it the most. I love when people are like, oh, fuck this guy. His parents gave him, my favorite one, his dad gave him $3 million. No, dickface. My dad had a business doing $3 million. I worked 15 years to build a business to $65 million, and I left with owning none of it. Now what? Now what's your fucking excuse, Johnny Pants motherfucker? So you're talking to somebody who did it, who left at 34 and started at zero and built what I've built in the last decade because of my experience, my talent. I get that. And we all have different paths, but people are impatient. This goes back to judgment. The reason so many of you want to win right now so fast is you want to show other people you won. This is why credit cards fucked everyone. People want to buy shit they can't afford to show people they're actually winning versus actually winning. My friends, we're in a listen to me, we're in a deeply, deeply complicated place where we've always worried about fronting and impressing others, and that used to be 13 people, and now we live complete public lives, and it's everybody. So it's compounded. Everybody's taking a hike on the weekend for the Instagram photo, not for the fucking hike. People are right now subconsciously, you don't even realize that you're doing it. Right now, if you took a step back, you can't imagine how much you're thinking about your holiday vacation predicated on the photos you post versus the vacation itself. We live in a world where people yearn for affirmation or compliments, which makes them wildly vulnerable to booing. The reason so many of you struggle and you don't post with a negative hater is because you overvalue compliments, which make you vulnerable to negativity. This is something we really need to start talking about. Like, why are you here? I assume if you've decided to spend money on a Monday afternoon and listen to this shit, that you're looking for something, which is cool. My curiosity is what? Because for me, if you're looking for tactics, they're so easy. I've been telling you, how many people here follow me? What, you think you're gonna get something crazy up here today? You know exactly what I'm gonna fucking say. I feel like Aerosmith up here. I'm not playing new music, I'm gonna play the fucking classics. I've learned in the last decade especially, but kind of always knew, right place, right time, right analogy, right moment, right? Like, to me, it's been fascinating to watch people consume my content. You know, what's great about how I do it and how I recommend you do it is read your comments, read your DMs, read your, I know a lot of you are mad I haven't texted you back. I get fucking 4,000 of them a day. I'm texting 300 back. I just can't fucking catch up, but I'm telling you, I read that shit. And the reason I read it is it allows me to know what I need to talk about here. You think I knew that people were fucking super sad because their parents were paying for shit? I didn't know that. My parents didn't pay for my shit, so I could have never known that. It was the thousands of emails in the last 5 years that I've read from kids in their 20s who finally reconciled the fact of like, oh fuck, my unhappiness comes from the fact that my parents are secretly paying for my life, which consciously and subconsciously makes me feel like a fucking loser. Let me tell you something right now. You want to get happy real fast? I don't know how many people this is going to work for in this room, but if you're in this camp, if you are over the age of 22 and your parents pay for anything on some real shit, you need to leave this conference, call your parents and say, I'm never taking another fucking dollar from you. There is nothing more obvious to me out of all the listening I've done in the last half decade, that the thing I just said is leading to a stunning amount of bad. A bad between the kid and the parents, a bad about that kid. All they're doing is taking that money to look like they're doing something, which starts corroding you subconsciously in a way that you cannot imagine. I'm telling you, living on your own 2 feet is foundational to happiness. The resentment that you're creating towards your parents and the resentment that your parents are going towards you is remarkable. It's really funny. 40-year-old crowd and higher, go up. You guys remember when we were growing up, if your parents were going to help you, you borrowed money. You paid it back. We're not living there anymore. And that's amazing. And I know, listen, as somebody who grew up with not a little and has a lot now, I look at my kids, I want to, but I want them to be happy, not look like they're successful.